يا فكرة بحكي مش
Press.
الاستفزازية عبر تنفيذ أعمال في ضرب
مساء الخير جميعا، يعطيكم العافية. بس ننتظر 5 دقائق إذا سمحتوا لنا، لأنه إنه بنستنى الجانب التركي إنه يكونوا معنا. بس حدا يأكد لي إنكم سامعيني؟
صوت واضح واضح.
مسموع.
أوكي.
هيدا
السلام عليكم.
أهلا وعليكم السلام. أهلا دكتورة نهاد، كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله، شو أخباركم؟
كويسين الحمد لله. إحنا عشان to be on time إحنا we will start our workshop today, okay?
أوكي.
Okay. أول شيء السلام عليكم، يعطيكم العافية. نرحب بكم بورشة توعوية لليوم بخصوص دعوة مقترحات المشتركة مع الجانب التركي. طبعا لأنه زملائنا من المجلس التركي التكنولوجي رح يكونوا معنا، وبعض الباحثين التركيين، فرح يكون presentation باللغة الإنجليزية. So we welcome you today for the NCRD TUBITAK Joint Call. First of all, let me introduce Dr. Nihad. We have Dr. Nihad Abu Nasser, and also we have Azmi Yildirim from the Scientific Technological Council in Turkey with us today to give you more information about this call and how to apply and the submission process. First of all, we will going to talk about a little bit about the National Center for Research and Development, its mission, objectives, and main activities. Then we will talk about TUBITAK's mission, objectives, and main activities. And later on, we will talk about the call of proposal, joint call of proposal, and the application form, how to apply, and the timeline, questions and answers. For the questions and answer, I will ask all of the participants to send their question to the chat box. At the end of this session, we will discuss each question and answer your inquiries. Okay? So first of all, for NCRD mission, National Center for Research and Development is one of the affiliate. Yes, Dr. Osama. Dr. Osama, you have a question? You can hear me? I will mute. Okay. So for going back to the National Center for Research and Development. أهلا دكتور أسامة. بس mute yourself please. Okay. All right. Just a moment. The National Center for Research and Development is one of the affiliated centers for the Higher Council for Science and Technology, and its objective is to develop the scientific capabilities in different areas such as energy, water, food, biotechnology, and Badia, and any research priority for Jordan. Its mission also is to support and orchestrate and streamline the research efforts in Jordanian universities. Dr. Rawan, يعطيك العافية. Please, any participant إنه يكون muted. Thank you.
لو أعطيك تفتح مكتبي.
خلاص خليني أشوف مين اللي عامل unmute. ثواني بس دقيقة. Okay. So the national mission is to support, as we said, and orchestrate and streamline the research efforts in Jordan universities and other research centers towards achieving practical problem solutions facing the Jordanian industry. As you know, after the COVID-19, His Royal Highness Prince Al Hassan bin Talal directed the center to concentrate on two main research areas, which are mainly food security and health security. So this is our strategy focus until 2028. And this will help us to tackle some areas or problems related to climate change, catastrophes, and advent epidemics. How through this mission, we are mandated to achieve this mission through, first of all, supporting applied research and encouraging innovation and invention. We also encourage the establishment of commercially viable companies based on research output. We also mandated to develop the capacities of human resources working in research on a national level, and also building the research networks among Jordanian researchers and their counterparts abroad. So how we do all of this? First of all, we have our support applied research local level. At the local level, we have signed as National Center for Research and Development a number of agreements with different universities and research centers. This allows us to support research in our mandated area and to provide a clear strategy to establish a vector of research efforts towards tangible development results. This is why this is important, because as we know that if the research efforts it's not directed, the research efforts will be in the university scattered in bits of pieces without overarching pathways to impact socio-economic transformation, and also only focusing on the academic promotion. What we are aiming in our support program is to come up with new products and services and to have commercialized products. These agreements, as you can see, we have signed up to date. We have signed with 12 universities, public and private universities, and also 3 research centers. We have an ongoing research projects supported in 29 supported projects, and with the total amount of contribution from NCRD is around almost 400,000 Jordanian dinars. Going to the second activity, which is capacity building program. We have different capacity building programs, starting with the focus on the community and also for researchers. So we have different kind of activities that we have conducted in through our capacity programs, and focusing mainly on some areas that are interested for researchers. And also, we are going to focus from 2024 to 2027 on developing the researcher capabilities in artificial intelligence in partnership with the Ministry of Economy and Entrepreneurship. For the startup program and to encourage the commercially viable companies, we have an annual program that we announce, and the last one, which was in 2023, we supported 5 companies. These 5 startup companies were mainly working in the food and health security areas. And through this program, we try to provide them with the technical support, or if they require registration for patents through this program. Our contribution on the policy level in the last year, in 2023, we contributed to 2 main white papers. The first one was in partnership with the Newton Khalidi Fund. We produced a white paper on the impact of international research collaboration in Jordan. The second one was technology transfer and commercialization of research through a public procurement innovation model in Jordan. So this is briefly what we do at as an activities, and what we are today going to talk about, or our main focus is going to be about supporting the applied research at the regional and international levels. So I would like to just talk about a little bit about our previous experience with the National Research Council of Italy, CNR, that we had a mutual agreement MOU with them for the period of 2017 to 2023. And that produces support for 6 different projects. As you can see, we in different areas, starting from sustainable agriculture, cultural heritage, environment, water, and different research centers and university have benefited from this program. Our contribution to this program was 120,000 euros for these projects. Each project total of 20,000 euros. Our today's workshop is going to mainly talk about our new partnership with the Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey, TUBITAK. We signed an agreement in 2023, and this agreement came into effect in 2024. As a result of this agreement, we have this joint call and published. And I will give the floor for Dr. Nihad to continue and to talk about a little bit about TUBITAK and give us an overview about their activities.
Thank you so much, Maha. Welcome you all. We are happy today to have you all to talk about our joint call. We worked hard with Maha to come to this day, actually. Let me introduce to you briefly TUBITAK. TUBITAK is the Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey. It has many missions, actually. TUBITAK, while funding research, development, and innovation activities, it is also performing research with its huge campuses and many, approximately 25 institutes that specialized in different areas. At the same time, we have a big capacity of human resources. For example, TUBITAK has approximately 5,000 researchers. They are work at laboratories, and approximately 1,000 staff with administrative goals. Meanwhile, TUBITAK also works on society with its societal activities. We have bestseller books and magazines. And we are working hard and having collaborations with the whole world and the whole TUBITAK counterpart organizations. Next, please. Yeah, as you can see, these are our institutes, our biggest institutes, Marmara Research Center, and Information Security Advanced Technology Research Center, and others. At some, we have 25 centers. We will not go through details here. Next, please. From this map, you can see our collaborations with the whole world. The green color shows to you the countries that we already have cooperation with. We have by this time, by last August, 25 bilateral cooperation calls are open this year, just in 2024, and 18 multilateral cooperation calls. For example, our joint call with NCRD is a bilateral call, and we have cooperations with 106 organizations around the world with 74 countries. These are examples for international organizations that TUBITAK is actively have collaborations with and special programs. You can visit our website for more details. You can ask us, especially at what program you wish. We have specialists work for each program. Yeah, next, please. Yeah, if we come to our joint call, let me introduce to you our objectives today that based on the protocol that Maha already mentioned with NCRD that signed last year. This call is launched to enhance the cooperative activities between two countries. So we are calling the researchers from both countries to work together, and we are ready all the time to answer your questions. Yes, please. Next.
Yes.
Yeah, the fields. Actually, we had many subjects, but the Jordanian side preferred to open the call in these subjects, and we were happy to say, okay. So I think health security is a big topic for you. The other one, ICT, for Jordan and Turkey, of course, and of course, food security. Do we have a problem in?
Just a moment, please.
Okay.
I think
No problem. Yes, until that time, please prepare your questions.
Okay, but I just wanted to emphasize that we only have, these are the three main areas, like we are talking about. First one is the healthcare security. Is it shared, the slides?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see the slides.
Okay. So the first area is the health security, and we have two main topics in the health security. It can either be in the epidemiology or artificial intelligence in healthcare. The second one area is the information communication technologies, which is with focus on artificial intelligence. The food security, sustainable agriculture, water scarcity, biodiversity, all of them fall in one area, which is the food security. Later on, I will tell you how to get more related maybe ideas or projects, and how to access our NCRD platform. Eligibility criteria. For the eligibility criteria, we have the project duration is the maximum, it should be 24 months, which is 2 years. And it's a prerequisite for the proposals to have both sides in the project. So you cannot only apply as a Jordanian researcher or only as a Turkish researcher. So both of you should submit the same project proposal in the same time. And the application can be institutions which are eligible from the Turkish sides. We have universities, public institutions, organizations, research institutions, training and research hospitals, or Turkish industry private sector. For us, for the Jordanian side, only the eligible participants are only from public and private universities and research institutions for this call. You want to continue, Nihat?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so also for the Turkish and Jordanian partner, as we said, that you have to jointly prepare the project and submit it to both of us, to TUBITAK through their platform, and to NCRD through our process, which we're going to talk about later. The applications also must show that adhere the national eligibility rules that both of us that we have for the research proposals, and any inquiries concerning eligibility should be addressed to the contact persons. You could contact us at any time, and also applications involving any ineligible applicants from Jordan or Turkey will be rejected. So please make sure that you are coming from eligible organizations before starting to apply and to submit the project. The maximum number of projects that we're going to support for this call is going to be 3 projects. Okay, for the financial, Dr. Nihad, you can talk about your side.
Yeah, TUBITAK will actually, we are opening this joint call within the scope of TUBITAK 1071 program. It is a well-known program. by the Turkish researchers. And for this joint call, we are allocating 2 million Turkish liras, excluded the overhead and the project incentive premium per project, of course.
Okay, for the Jordanian side, the NCRD is going to fund also the cost of each project with the maximum ceiling of 35,000 Jordanian dinar per project. The eligible costs are those which are going to be spent directly by the project partner, including during the duration of the project, and used exclusively only to achieve the objectives of the whole project. All expenses should only be incurred between the start date and the end date. Any expenses out of this period is not going to be accepted, and also should be limited to the allocated budget that is going to be approved when awarded. The financial conditions, you can use this as a guideline of the expenses that you may have in your projects. Maybe you can have travel expenses and daily allowances is okay. Other operating costs directly related to the project, small equipment, logistics and consumables, contracts, provided service on non-permanent staff. For this we mean, for us, for Jordan, we mean مساعدين هيئة التدريس اللي can be students, doctorate or master students with you, joining with you in the project, not only as a PI or a researcher working in the organization. Organization of scientific events and meetings and publications, including filing fees if there is any patents you want to apply for, and expenses for carrying out analysis and processing of samples. So this is only guidelines for some of the expenses that you can have as costs in the proposal or the project you're going to submit. Niha, do you want to elaborate more on this, or should we move to the second?
You can move. If we get questions, my colleague will try to answer them.
Okay. So for the project proposal submission, what we are expecting that both of you, as we said, that researchers, Turkish and Jordanian researchers should submit on time. Any application we received after the deadline is going to be also rejected. Please stick to the deadlines. The partners should jointly, as we said before, also develop and complete their project proposal before submitting it to both of us, to TUBITAK and for NCRD. For TUBITAK and NCRD, do not match collaboration partners. Each one of the researcher, as we want to talk about furthermore in the application form, you can add the partners that you're going to work with. Project proposals must provide detailed information on objectives, justification of the planned joint research work, the methodology to be followed, and the composition of each research team and the intended time schedule. Because of the bilateral intention of this program, you should, as researchers, demonstrate the equivalent effort from the Jordanian and the Turkish part. It's very important to show this, that there is a collaboration, and the project must have a work plan that shows this collaboration and how you are contributing, both of you, to achieving the objectives and the goals of the project. The size of the grant may vary depending on the needs of each project and must be fully justified. Applications need to ensure that supported elements of the proposal abide all the regulations. This is what also we are expected from both sides, to abide to the regulations of the funding agencies. Now for TUBITAK, we'll start with TUBITAK, how to submit the proposal. They have a platform, so Dr. Nihad will give us more information for the Turkish partners, how they can apply the application form. Yes, Doctor.
Thank you, Maha. Yeah, we have a well-known database and software called ARBIS, and the majority of the Turkish researchers are registered to this ARBIS. But for who yet did not have an account, they should have an ARBIS account in order to be able to submit their proposal. Next, please. I will be showing the steps of submission. Yeah, here, if you already submitted and have an account, you can already login. Otherwise, you should create an account by, you can see at the left hand, new user registration. Next, please. Here, as you can see, the project proposal submission, the researcher should enter his information at this system and go ahead. Yes, next, please. Here you are, the submission system. If you already have your RBIS account, you can enter the UIDB PBS system by application portal login with the username and password that you already get from RBIS. Next, please. Yeah, here an example for my application. I have an example application for our 2572 TUBITAK NCRD application by the 16th of last month. Sorry. Yes, next, please. I already entered with my username and password. Yes, Maha. And this is the interface of the application and submission. At the left side, you can see those all red X's that should be turned to green, yes, after being submitted. And after that, you will be done with your application. I'm talking to the Turkish researchers, by the way. And after that, you will be done with your e-signature. And that's all necessary for your submission and application.
Okay, thank you very much, Nihad.
You're welcome.
Okay, for our part, for the Jordanian researchers, you can find the application. It's going to be a Word document. Still, until now, we don't have a platform, but in future, we are planning to have. What we did that we agreed with TUBITAK, the format of the application is going to be similar to what is going to be submitted by the Turkish partners. So you will submit the same project application. So it's going to be for you easier just to agree on what are you going to submit once, and then you can share both of you the same application. So first of all, the first step is just to use this link through the NCRD website, and you can open this website, okay? By clicking on the link, you can see, let's wait for just a moment. Let me open it from another, okay. Can you see the window for the website? Is it shared? Or no?
Yes, Maha. Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, so you can see here, you have two ways. Either you go to the NCRD website, and under the joint call for proposals, you will have the NCRD TUBITAK calls, and is subtitle, which is the joint call for 2024. And under this, you will find the description of the call, which is the document that we are also sharing today. And here at the end, you will find two documents, which are, first one is the TUBITAK NCRD text PDF, which is the joint call document with having the guidelines of how to apply, and the second one, which is the application form. If you click on this, you can download this application. So I will show you the PDF form for the application. Let's go at the top. Okay, we have from here, starting from here, the application form. This is just any general information about the institution and the researcher who's going to apply. Here you can find also a table of content if you have more than one organization, one or two universities you want to apply together, or if you are only one university you want to apply. You can add who are your team members here under the name and the organization name, and details about how the contact details. mainly starting from here, we have the same as in the platform with the Turkish partner. Please just be sure that this application form should not exceed 30 pages for starting from section 1 to section 7, which is mainly the information about your proposal. So please stick to these guidelines, which are also the font size should be 10 and single-spaced lines. And also the application form should be submitted only in English. All right. And also complete all the sections for all partners involving in the project form from different countries. Keep in mind that section 8, 9, and 10, this is that we have added from our side for NCRD, that includes the budget, detailed requested budget and approval is also included. This is the sections that you have to also complete. And also you have to, with the application form, submit the CVs for the principal investigators in, for the project. All these fields is going to be the same as for the Turkish partner, okay? And just I want to mention here about the partner. This table is different from the first table, that this is going to be only talk about the partner organization. Like if you're going to talk about only from TUBITAK from Turkey and from Jordan, we have two organizations like University of Jordan, for example, and another university from Turkey. We have only two partners, so you have to fill out here the country and the name of the organization partner and the type of the partner, if it's a public, private, or what we have mentioned already in the eligible criteria, and the name of the principal investigator only. We don't mention here the team members or the researchers that you are going to work with, okay? So only here, the partner organization. Also, please use the guidelines that are mentioned near each title, that we have mentioned that the maximum page numbers should be 1 page or 2 page. So the application form is very simple, and we have, as mentioned before, different sections that you're going to be also evaluated on these sections. The same sections that you're going to mention here in the proposal, you're going to be also evaluated. Going back to the presentation, let's go back. Okay, so the application should be stamped. At the end of the application here, you can find that after you finish applying, let me go back also to the application form. Can you see the application form?
Yes, Maha.
Just going after, okay, budget, okay. This application form should be signed and stamped by the university here, by the university president, or the manager of the institution, and stamped. We at NCRD is going to only have two kinds of forms. The first one is the hard copy that you should send and submit by hand to our offices in Jubayha, near to the Ministry of the Higher Education. And after you submit, or before you submit even the hard copy, you can also send the scanned copies signed and stamped to info@ncrd.gov.jo. So you have two process of submission, which is hard copies and soft copies. All right, is it clear for all, the submission? I hope it's clear. Okay, so this is just a clean screenshot for the application form. Going to the schedule or the timeline, we announced this call at 12th of September, and the deadline for accepting all proposals is going to be 27th of November 2024. For TUBITAK, they have an extra process, which is the e-signature. And the e-signature, Dr. Nihad, if you just want to explain more, so the Jordanian also researchers know about it. This e-signature is not going to change in the submission of the deadline. Like the deadline and the proposal cannot be changed after submission of 27th, but there is an extra time just to obtain the e-signature and the stamp that they require, as a deadline for them is December the 4th.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Maha. In order not to put the researchers, the whole team, under the pressure of e-signature, TUBITAK decided to give it another week. So the team will be concentrated on the joint application. The Jordanian side will submit to NCRD, and the Turkish team will submit his application to our system. And after being done, only the Turkish team will manage the e-signature in the next week. We give a whole week for this e-signature.
Okay. For the evaluation process, it's very important just to highlight that what are the areas that are going to be evaluated is the same as in the proposal. Evaluation criteria is going to be about the scientific technological excellence, about the methodology and project management, importance of international cooperation, and the impact. So after each side of us, TUBITAK and NCRD is going to independently do the evaluation process and then jointly have the results agreed upon, and then we will announce the 3 projects, winner projects from this call. After the evaluation and selection, if you want to talk about more, Nihad, the process of the evaluation.
Yeah, sure. Awarded proposals will go through a pre-award stage, which starts after the announcement of results and continues for approximately 8 weeks. During this period, the awarded institution, TUBITAK, will be notified about the requirements, possible budget reduction, budget details, etc. We will be informing them to the related researchers and LPIs. If you wish, you can talk about the Jordanian side, Maha.
Yes, Dr. Nihad, it's the same for us at NCRD. Also, we will be having a pre-awarding time, which is also going to be 8 weeks. If the evaluation process suggested any possible reduction in the budget and budget details, the timeline changes, we will discuss it with the winning institution. After the awarding and after being selected, what we expect from you as a principal researcher, that you're going to be responsible for the progress reports and submitting these reports on preparing for us for Jordan. We expect the principal investigator to prepare a financial and scientific technical progress reports at a determined dates depending on the first year and the second year. And I believe also they have the same process.
Yeah, of course. Related departments will be in connection with the related teams to follow up the execution of the project and how to receive the report, etc.
Exactly. And depending on the progress report is going to be the budget or sending the expenses to the institutions that we are supporting. So at the end, if you have any questions, either from the Turkish side or researchers or from the Jordanian side, we are the contact points. You can send us an email or you can contact us directly for any further questions after we finish this session. Thank you. Okay, let's start with the chat box, what questions that we have, and also we will open questions for any researcher. Okay. First question, good evening. Okay. What we have. Okay, please share the slides. Okay, we will send you the slides by an email. No worries. Submission deadline, I think we answered this question by saying that it's going to be the end of November, 27th of November, for both the Turkish and the Jordanian side. Maximum fund budget limit for each project. for Jordanian partners or Jordanian institution, NCRD is going to fund a ceiling of 35,000 Jordanian dinars.
And the
Yeah,
2 million Turkish liras excluded the overhead and the project incentive premium.
Dr. Safwan, تفضل.
Yeah, I have a question on this issue. Does this mean the budget, when we prepare the budget in the proposal, it needs to have different expenses? This is for Jordanian, this is for Turkish partners?
Okay, let me answer your question, Dr. Safwan. We have here we have here the application for the Jordanian researchers. Okay, I will start with the Jordanian, if you allow me, Dr. Nihad. For the budget, we have different template than TUBITAK. TUBITAK, they have their own, through the platform, they have their own requirements. And for us, as a Jordanian researcher, starting from section 8, موازنة المشروع, you have these subsections. First of all, you have scientific and technological services. You have new equipment and appliances. We should not be over than 20% of the total budget. Human resources also should be not, it's just a guideline, should not be over 20%. Consumables, materials, and transportation cost, and the total amount. Now we here have total funding requested from NCRD as a total amount budget, what you request for each service. Okay, if you have let's say one of your universities want to contribute in-kind contribution, you can also transform that, but if it's okay for us. If you have different partners from private sector, for example, or you have other university with you, like University of Jordan and University of Al-Balqa University, 2 of them are going to jointly prepare a proposal. So you also can have a contribution from their side if they are contribute in-kind contribution. The total amounts here is going to be on 2 years, the first year and the second year, but it's as a total. The detailed description of each each subtitle here, if you're going to first of all say scientific technological service, you go later here, you will find a table describes that you have to say what is the activity you are you want the budget, who's the partner, if you have more than one partner. If you're only one partner, you mention your number. This number is referring to the first number in the application. And what is the expected amount in Jordanian dinars, and the justification and reasons for this activity. This is the first one, scientific and technological service. And also it's related to the work package, which is also mentioned in the project. The second one is the same. For if you're going to buy, you have expenses for costs for machinery or equipment, you mention what are the expected machinery that you want, and the number and the equivalent costs you are expecting, and why you are wanting to, the reason why you are going to buy this equipment. The same is for the transportation and travel and human resources. So each one of them, the expense is going to be break down into a separate sheet in the application form. And after you finish all these 5, you will have the total amounts in each sheet, and then you will transfer it to the first one, the first page, which is in section 8 here. Okay, so this here you have the total amount of the second sheets that are mentioned below. After you finish this also should be related. We have another one which is going to be related to timeline. Like, okay, you mentioned the project action plan and the budget together. You should connect them together and show us in each work package what's the total amount you're going to expect for all these amounts that you have mentioned before. After that, this is only what is requested as budgeting. Did we answer your question, Dr. Safwan? So this is for the Jordanian researcher. This is for the 35,000 Jordanian dinars. So for the Turkish researcher, they have a different template, different budget. They will apply their own distribution for costs.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. Let's go back. Welcome. Welcome anytime. Okay, going back to the chat box and the questions we have, where were we? Okay, limit for each project. We answered this. Okay, please share the slides. Okay, I will share it with you definitely. Thank you for a great presentation. It would be very helpful to show. Okay, the slides. All right. How to get, okay, this is a perfect question, and I was waiting for someone to talk about it. How you want to, if you don't have already a Turkish partner or you don't have a researcher, how to connect with someone. So we will lift the floor for Dr. Nihat to answer, because she's the contact person, how we can collaborate on connecting Jordanian researchers with Turkish researchers.
Thank you, Maha, for the details, and thank you for the questions. Actually, TUBITAK do not have such a mission to make this matchmaking. But in similar joint calls, we had such a solution by having a LinkedIn group and then invite the researchers to go there, find partners. Otherwise, we didn't have such a mechanism. So if you wish, we can create such a LinkedIn group, or as if you have any other offers, that is, you can enter and find researchers, potential academicians from Turkey.
Yes, I think it's a great idea to have this group.
Okay.
And we can publish both links on our websites and our LinkedIn profiles as NCRD TUBITAK.
Great.
So one of the researchers who does not have already a partner in Turkey can try to match his idea or project idea with someone from a counterpart from the other country. Okay. Can the project implementation cost differ between the, yes, of course, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same distribution. Like each one of us have a different need. So each one of us is going to have a different distribution for the budget. All right. Okay, for this meeting, I'm not sure about the evaluation process, Mustafa. Okay, of the proposal, since the same project will be submitted by the Jordanian and Turkish side, why it needs to be submitted to in the project, and we are okay. This kind of evaluation, that is best practice that we use between our bilateral cooperation, that we do the evaluation separately to have the unbiased evaluation, and then after we finish, because each one of us has a different kind of committees, evaluators, and they have their own insights of what is important for us as Jordan, and is this project really have a value. So depending on the same, that also the Turkish side, they have their own process of evaluation and strategies. So after we finish the both evaluation process independently, we jointly share the results, and then taking the average of the results, we agree to the highest scores of the project. So I believe this is the best way to do the evaluation. Each one of us has their own evaluation criteria, and then also having the results. And yes,
I think we have the same evaluation criteria, but different evaluators.
Different teams.
Yeah.
Yes. What reminded me, this question reminded me that I wanted to also to talk about something in our NCRD. Okay, let me just open NCRD. That we have our strategy for, as we mentioned, for the upcoming 5 years. And if you want to get some ideas about the areas that we were saying that like research, short-term and long-term, what we are looking for to support on a national level, you can find our strategic plan here. Can you see my screen? Can you see?
Yes, Maha.
Okay. For the strategic plan, you can find here our document for NCRD. It's just a guideline for you to see if your project idea falls also with our national priorities. We have here for the sustainable agriculture some specific problem, and it was done as a SWOT analysis on a national basis, and we came up with some of the topics that we are interested to support as NCRD for research and development topics on the long term and short term. So you will find here topics under the sustainable agriculture, you will find under the water scarcity, you will find under the health security, and for the fourth one, which is the biodiversity. So you can use this as a guideline for you, but this does not ensure that you will be funded if you only use the topic. But it's a good thing just to be aware of what we have as priorities as a national level and what we focus on. So it will leverage as you are focused on something important for us. Okay, another question. Let me see if there's another question. Would you share with us the record? The record will be posted or be uploaded to our YouTube channel, NCRD YouTube channel, and we will announce that on our the link. We will share it on Facebook and LinkedIn profiles for NCRD. Can the same group engage in multiple topics or multiple projects with different counterparts in the other country? Dr. Nihad.
I don't think so, actually. We will make it especially for NCRD TUBITAK. The themes, the areas are different from one call to another. And of course, the countries differs. So we have a call in cybersecurity with Qatar, but a call with different topics with Jordan. So the same group cannot be, offered for both calls.
Okay, great. Is it possible to share the recording? Okay, we will through our YouTube channel. Okay, can a single researcher submit 2 proposals with different partners from Turkey? Is there a limit to the number of proposals?
No. At the international level, we don't have a limit, so they can.
Yes. Okay. Also, if I am a PhD student in Turkey, thesis stage, and I have advisor in Turkey and co-advisor here in Jordan, can we introduce our proposal?
May I have help from my colleague, Sarhat? Mr. Sarhat, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you get the question, or should Maha repeat it?
Please, can you repeat it?
Yes, we have a PhD student in Turkey. He is in the thesis stage, and they have an advisor in Turkey and co-advisor here in Jordan. Can they submit a proposal?
Well, the submission of the proposal can be done by their advisors, but not the student herself or himself. A person from Turkey must at least have the PhD degree completed, not the student. PhD must be already obtained in order for the proposal submission. Otherwise, they cannot submit the proposal from Turkey side.
Yes, the same for us. The PI researcher should be working researcher in one of the universities or research centers. So who's going to submit the proposal should be working in the university. They can have in their team students, PhD or master degree students. Okay, do you consider, okay, let's just a moment. Do you consider studying the supply chain of foods, including its problems such as food loss and eligible topic under the food security? It's already in our strategy. You can go there and check if we have this. I believe we have for the supply chain. Okay. Yes, Dr. Safwan.
Yeah, thank you, because this is a critical question for me. So this call can accept a proposal under this topic.
It's open. We said that sustainable, we left it very general, so we can have different kind of topics.
Exactly.
Yes. there is no constraints on the topic.
sustainable agriculture, so it can't fit there, but I want to make sure before start working on the proposal.
May I add something, Maha?
Yes, Nihat.
Actually, in this regard, we never tell researchers yes or not. Please make your decision. It's up to you. Since the evaluator will be an area expert, not us. We are not an area expert in food and security and health, whatever. If you are convinced that this will fit, so go ahead. This is your decision. We respect it.
Thank you. I mean, this is a professional answer. I appreciate it. But the title you had put in the call is a bit really, I mean, confusing. Food security. In my opinion, it fits there.
Dr. Safwan, I gave you a guideline, which is I shared before, the NCRD strategy, where we already mentioned some of the topics that are under the sustainable agriculture. So you can use that and see if it's there mentioned, or it's depending on your judgmental as a researcher, if it fits that topic of the area. It's a very general area, and as mentioned by Dr. Nihad, you can take the decision about that. Okay. Should the project scope cover both Jordan and Turkey, or it can only one country? What do you mean by scope? You mean applying the activities?
Yes.
Okay, so you will have.
Yeah, of course, it will cover both countries. We will have work packages from the Turkish team and work packages from the Jordanian team. As Maha mentioned, the evaluators will elaborate. Is it okay? Is it a joint work or a one-sided work?
Yes. Yes, doctor.
No, I agree that the work should be done by both. But I mean, for example, if I wanted to develop some kind of application, can I just apply it in Jordan, or it should be applied in both countries? But the development would be by both teams.
Well, the logic of joint collaboration is to work together and the output to be beneficial for both sides.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clear. Yes.
Yes. We prefer from these calls or projects that there is going to be a product development, pilots, patents. Yani it's not only publications. So you have to think about something applicable. Okay, I agree with Dr. Safwan. Hassan Yunus, what do you agree with? Type. Please share the strategy. The strategy is already on NCRD website. You can, I just mentioned how you can access it. If you could not find it, please contact me so we can guide you how to find it. I have previous experience in collaboration research with Turkish partners. Can that be considered an additional point in the evaluation criteria, Dr. Nihad?
No.
Yes. It's not a point to be evaluated.
Yeah.
What we are going to evaluate is the current collaboration, like how you both are going to work internationally and together on the same project.
Happy you that you already have a partner. Others will start finding a partner. This is a positive point for you.
Exactly. Okay, so we have the crucial role supply chains are playing. Yes, it's very important, but you have to decide, the researcher, what is the research topic or the proposal you are going to submit. We concluded the questions in the chat box. If we have any questions from the participants, please just ask a question. The floor is open. Who wants to have a question, or everything is clear for everybody? Okay, I think no one raised their hand.
Just a simple question. So if the Jordanian team includes members from different universities, you need the stamp of the PI, exactly, correct?
I did not get your question, Doctor, because your voice was not
assume
clear.
like, we have a team, German Jordan University and University of Philadelphia. Do you need the
Okay.
stamp from both university or just the university where the principal investigator is?
The principal investigator.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. We concluded on time. Okay. Thank you very much for participating. And as we mentioned before, we will share this recording on our YouTube channel. So for anyone in the future wants to have any clear direction about the questions asked or how the submission of this call, you also can contact us, either Dr. Nihad or me through our contact information. Thank you, Dr. Nihad. Thank you.
You're welcome. It cannot be better than this, actually. Thank you so much. We were on time at the beginning and at the end. Thank you so much. We will be able and we will be more than happy to answer all your questions. And from now, I wish you all the luck.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.